I'm sorry. I have to try. 4, almost 5 a.m. Almost sunrise, though. I mean, if they could just hide out till sunrise. Yeah, but they're underground, so.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
Oh, oh my god. Oh my god.
Those mounds are made of cocoons. Thousands of them.
It's like a
If we
beehive.
set the charges there, they'll all burn.
Okay. Okie dokie. Okie dokie, Smokey.
Shit, they're hatching. We gotta move.
Oh my
Quick.
god.
Okay, listen up.
Mm-mm.
We've been hit hard tonight. We lost brothers. Rachel's gone,
Not yet.
so's the Colonel. But now, it's time to get some payback.
Oh, Jesus.
We plant charges on as many
Okay,
of those
last.
clusters as possible
Jason.
and then detonate them remotely. Second those charges go off, we haul ass to the exit.
All ass.
If luck is on our side, we'll do more than
There is
fry a
no
few
luck here.
vampires. Create a diversion.
Just saying.
Celine,
We've been told.
You
I've
ready?
been told. I've heard.
I am.
okay then. Let's get loose, kids.
Okay. Who's going to place the dynamite?
Any volunteers?
I'll do it.
You're crazy. We'll do it together.
Nah, the more of us down there, the more chances we'll get seen. Takes a detonator. If I don't make it,
Nick,
hear me out. If I don't make it, I want you to blow those charges. Just don't go getting trigger happy on me.
every step of the way, you keep in radio contact.
This is
And
where
if
it
there's
all
no
goes
radio
to shit.
signal, then I'll pop a flare.
The last half
See
hour.
it go up. You hit that
See if we make it to
detonator.
the end with one person.
Quick and be safe. You hear me, buddy?
This feels like this feels like a disaster. It feels like a disaster, you know, because if we don't have enough people, you start seeing like, how do you get back to Rachel? How do you drag her out of here? Like, you know, she's gonna have to be preserved. But I'm starting to see how this can break down very rapidly on us. Here it goes. I am on the A key. If I have to go to the toggle, Did you see that though? But I didn't press an A, but you saw it on the screen, right? See, don't do this stuff, man. Game. Is it locked? Is it stuck or something? No. The hell? That was really weird. What's going on right now? Am I oh, the binoculars. Oh. Hey, you missed something. You could have grabbed that. Can I radio? Oh, that's right. Hold on. How do I? Wasn't there like a way to I'm clicking the R. I'm kill. Oh, A to inspect.
What is that?
It's my fault. It's my fault.
I
That's why
can't
the
make
A's
it
are
out.
up. Probably have to do this faster though, no?
First dynamite is down. Over.
Okay, great. Can I warn you? Can I peek ahead of you or something? Now that I know I'm actually controlling binoculars and it wasn't a game glitch. That's why I was handed the binoculars. Listen, I didn't put it together.
Left, right.
Oh. I hope. Oh. Oh no. Oh. Oh no. Oh shit. Good thing you're doing the heartbeats. Not me. Oh god, how long is the heartbeat scene for you, man? I'm assuming that's Hark. I would have failed. That would have been it. That would have been it for Nick. No, my hands are... I can't do that. I can't even watch this. It's gonna make me nervous as hell. He's got like ancient dudes down there and vampires? No way. Can I like scope this out for you, man? With the binoculars or something help you out? Uh-oh. Throw some stones or something. Like, help him out, man. And...
Holy shit.
It's getting kind of hairy down there, brother. Why don't you ditch
what's
the
the
rest
holy
of those
shit? That there's two of them?
and head back?
Look at that, man. It's the mud road.
It's too far.
What are you doing? Oh, damn.
I'm going for it.
Yes. Oh, shit. Yes. That's not me. I can't even hold the control. It's so disgusting.
Too easy.
Can I? I'm not in control right now. I think the game knows better, I suppose.
Oh no.
Oh no. Oh no.
What is it?
There are too many.
He's a dead man.
He's a dead man.
Sweet baby Jesus.
Look at this. That's crazy, though.
Wait! What will warning him do now? There is no way out.
Sorry.
Hey, how's it looking up there?
You know he won't make it.
Oh,
Let him finish his work.
But I have hope. I have hope, I said. It's a theme. He would have committed to it no matter
You
what.
won't
though,
even
he
feel it
told
when
me.
it comes.
It's clear, Nick.
Oh,
You're all clear.
oh. I mean,
It's here. Placing charges now.
oh. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if I forced this on you. But you don't understand. This gives us an opportunity to get the fuck out with 2. You're gonna survive, or maybe 3. If we can get back. Rachel back. Nick would have wanted this. Does he not even know they're behind him? Dude, are you so focused? I get it. I get it. He might know and just not. Yeah, he knows. He's just like, whatever. He probably just knew. He had to. He's looking back behind him. Yeah, he's got to be able to hear that screeching, you know. Wow, this is an extended scene here. We've seen him do this scene 3 times. Are they waiting for me to do something? Because I can't do anything. I feel like I'm in that. We've seen this scene 3 times. No? That's a different shot at that point.
Charges in place.
He knows. He knows. Yeah, he knows. Yeah, okay. He's just accepting. He knows he's got the win. He's got the winning hand here. What are you gonna do? He's just like, whatever. Yes. That's awesome. That's kind of it's a cool way to go. If he's gonna go, it's a cool way to go. I'm sorry. Man, the rumble pack. Oh! Oh, I mean, yeah, I mean, he's out. He's out of that. He's out. But I mean, that's gotta screw with them. If there's an opportunity to be had, I mean, this would have created the opportunity for sure, right? I mean, look at this. So hellish. We were just in a big ass Leviathan ship, though, you know? The belly of the whale. The whale ship. Oh, the Leviathan, the whale ship. I didn't even mean to do that. Barsky. No way. No way. No way you're gonna have to get out of that. No way. No way. How? How? Oh shit! Let's go in.
What's your position?
Hey, you asked for it to happen. Now we gotta go and grab. Don't leave anyone behind. Here we go. Ask for this. Let's do this.
But I'm injured. I need help.
Oh jeez, right in the heart of the madness. Oh shit. We're not gonna get there fast enough. It's over. Maybe we could end this guy faster or something. I don't even know what that is. Oh no. Oh.
Hang tight, Sergeant. We're on our way.
Oh no. What's up? How are we doing this? Yes. Break his arm off. Down on my ass. Oh yeah, no, they're going for it. So that's like injuries as you take that as you go. I'm sure half they matter, and that's a great. That's a.
Hey, are you with me? Shit can go down in 24 hours. Nick, I need you here.
Oh. Oh. No, I think his neck definitely cracked. Oh. I can speculate on why that. It's like if you take injuries, you're slower to get to scenes that then require you to get there sooner, and they treat wounds as like a time. They have time implications. I bet you any money. That's too bad. But how do we get Rachel now? You know. 522. Okay. Whoa. They just... What happened to Rachel? We left Rachel back there then.
Rest in peace, Nicky.
Were you gonna kill me right there? I mean... I bet you it was. Yeah, past failures will have consequences on other characters' lives. I believe it. I believe it.
Quickly!
Otherwise, why show the clip with the blood dripping, you know, off of Celine's wound? Damn it. Well, something worth telling Hardy. He generally plays these solo after. I might do the trilogy at one point. Do them all over. We'll see.
What is it?
What did you see? What the hell's going on? Running water? Do we have the running water myth with vampires going on here? Is Hark seeing through Jason at this point? Because I don't know who I'm seeing through. They're just sort of dragging us along at this point. The water? The hell, man? Oh my gosh. This is gonna be a disaster. Oh jeez. Go.
Maurice?
Oh jeez. Bye, Celine.
You gotta cut the rope!
Dude? Are you actually hanging on? Because that you would not have hung on there. I'm sorry, but that's not. You should have wrapped your hand around the rope before you pulled that move, because you had like 3 inches of rope, or a cut below your legs. You know what I mean? This seems like a bad idea. That was a bad cut, in my opinion. But okay. How could that have gone wrong if I didn't have a knife or something? How could I not have a knife? I'm thinking about all of that, like all of these things that could have happened, right? They all feel like consequential steps here, because she used the knife on the bomb thing, but that wasn't Salim's knife. Salim, I don't know.
Allahu Akbar! Look! There's a way out!
Wait, iron? Magnet? I mean, it sounds like heroic music, but I really don't feel like this is the end. No. Oh, wow. Now the hand breaks. And everything goes to shit. What? What? It's just like we did so terrible, they just like let us out. This can't be the end. Six in the morning. Okay. Okay. Two made it. The two that I would have wanted to make it. Just make story sense. Because it goes back to the past, the two enemies joining together, standing together. I like that they at least... I don't know if it was scripted to be like this. I'd imagine that
We're alive.
not, or it's not over.
We're fucking alive. This is Mailman 2-1 actual to Coyote 2. Radio check, over.
This is Rhino 1-5.
Oh, because
Solid
it can still be
copy.
an eclipse or
We're 5
something?
minutes from your position.
That's going to be the
Where
repetition.
the hell have you guys been? Over.
It's going to bring it back to Act 1. And screw them.
Improvise, adapt, and overcome. We fucking did it!
Look. Look around you. So quiet.
You think those shepherds are still around here? I could use a cold one.
I must return home to my boy. He must be worried about me.
I don't know, man. These things probably came out at night and then just wiped the entire... Oh, shit. Here we go.
Oh, no.
Yeah, oh, yes.
Not again.
Had to be. Yes. Any other experience, that would be part 2. Not here. This is still death aplenty.
Get to the huts!
Oh my goodness. I don't know. Let's see what happens.
Seal the exits! We
Guy
hold
still
them
likes his
here.
melee weapon versus his guns. They're useless. Guns are useless against these things anyways. What? That's not a fucking block shit. What are you talking about? For real, like that. Did they not know that they could just toss
How
over
much time do we have?
You tell me, I don't know shit about space. Contact!
Hold your ground! Hold your ground!
Jesus. Gross. Oh my god.
There are too many of them!
I'm almost out!
Good luck.
There has to be another way out.
Put the place on fire. And just hope for the best.
Those flares. Where are the bullets?
Flares! Flares! Flares!
Use what we got.
Flares! Flare it up. Scare them with the shit. Circle the house. Oh, damn. Let's go.
It's been interesting knowing you.
Indeed. Terrifying. So good. Salim. Bam. Oh. That was an XA. Oh, that's... In the face! In the face! Oh, Jesus. Oh. In the face. In the face. Nice. Nice. Yes, Jason. Fuck this guy. Fuck him. Yes. Gold. Why does everything stop like that? It messes me up, man. I did hit A, but did I? Did I though? I don't know. I feel like I did, but everything feels like it failed to me. So whatever. X. Grab the fuck. Oh, I'm like, but did you see that image? Is it just me? The image looks like he didn't grab it though. I'm getting so deceived by what I'm seeing on the screen while reacting to QTEs, which is worse because I hate QTEs. Okay, X or A, what are we doing? Y, B? So far, so good. So good. It's so good, though. Boom. Yeah! Oh, the holes like the stone holes in the stone. Boom! I like that callback, too. Is that world like that spirally shape? Boom! Misjudge! I couldn't have done that not further. They don't even make sounds. That's how it's disgusting. I know. They're so. They don't even make sounds when they rub together. Ah, Jesus, these games. Ah, the two that I wanted to survive made it. I am happy. Salim should have died so many times. In my hands? Oh my god. Oh my god.
1-4. Do you have eyes on the friendlies?
Like those are still burned husks, right? You're seeing that right?
This is Mailman 2 on actual.
Oh yeah, I know they're still like monster bodies.
Clear for evac.
Cover up or something. Yeah, just dudes. I mean, just in case there's a second eclipse or some crap. Go. I thought I would have anticipated that they would have turned to ash, that they would have, and then there's no evidence of them, right? And that's why they sort of just go on as myth. I mean, people might find them, try to touch them, and then they come on out. If they exist as corpses like that, it's obvious that there's like something going on. You film it, you take pictures of it in the modern era, that's it, that'd be revealed to this world. Yeah, well too. That might be the least amount of people we've saved for these runs. I don't remember, I'm gonna have to ask Ark. But I feel like this is the worst outcome we've ever had. And I do feel like it's inadvertently due to me. Oh, 3 candles? Oh, Rachel's down. Whoa. I mean, Rachel's down there, though.
Hello. So.
Jeez, I was having an outro there for myself there for a sec because I was trying to figure out. I mean, we didn't go back for Rachel, you know, and so but I'm seeing the candles, and you paused it right before the other candle snuffed out. So I'm wondering if there's like 3 who's going to stay there because Rachel's alive. But then I'm like, what does that mean though? Because we blew up the whole thing, and we didn't go back for her, so she was abandoned, straight up. Yeah.
But how do you feel about all that?
Man, oh man. I mean, I definitely feel like. I mean, okay. So first of all, let's just from a thematic standpoint. As soon as we go into that green underworld, like it's like almost like Hollow Earth, and it's like this feels like a massive alien. Something like it's reminded me of aliens, like some sort of like we're talking 1 million years ago, something landed here and like it incubated this thing this race that evolved, and then because the structures, it was like it looked carved, but it didn't look carved. I was like, anyways, and then it turned out to be like that alien angle. And I was like, oh, that is neat. That is so neat. So much that I feel like this could be a movie. Out of all the 3, I would say this one could hold together as an actual movie that hits mainstream. You know, whereas the other ones felt like it could be TV show, maybe it could be, you know, but this one was like, it was so held together. And, you know, to be honest, I mean, we lost a lot here, but the 2 that survived were the 2 that felt like from the story perspective, it did the rotation from the beginning of the game, you know, the two enemies coming together, you know, both enemies, you know, friends, and it kind of ended that way. And I felt like, oh, that was sort of the way I felt like this should have ended, and almost like anyone surviving beyond this would have been like a bonus is how I sort of came out of this. I will say though, I do feel like I am absolutely blaming myself for Nick though at this point.
Really?
Yep. And because I think when I was trying to run to Nick, when he was being held up, the drop of blood came off of Salim. And I was like, and then that caused a distraction where we got interrupted on our way to Nick. And I was like, that's how they get you. Because those were my fails earlier on. But, you know what I mean? Because I got hurt or I got whatever. So you go slower and you get wounded and you create interruptions and you don't get to the people fast enough. Yeah. So I think that was very clever. That was very clever.
I like that. So even if... Yeah, you're right. So even if you fail a quick time, even if you like survive the attack, you're like, oh, I'm fine. But like, no, but you're bleeding now, and that means, ow.
You're slower, and things happen, and and I think that might have been Rachel's case. Is I likely failed something with Rachel in that one scene you didn't see, where possibly that compromised her, you know, and her getting compromised created that scene that led to the cocoon. That's just like, oh, jeez, that was a while ago.
Yeah, because I was wondering about that. I saw the wound and I was like, where did that come from? Like, that must have been a Shay camera thing.
A Shay fail.
Okay, interesting. Yeah, because I was wondering, like, I succeeded all of the Nick stuff, like all of the quick times. I succeeded in everything, but Nick still died. I was like, wow, I wonder what happened there.
Salim didn't get there fast enough to stab the guy in the back.
Yeah, because I even went for it, right? Because when I was putting the charges, I had the option to leave the third charge. I said, do you want to keep going or do you want to retreat? And I was like, no, I'm going for it. Like, I said, Nick, we got this. Like, if it's just the heartbeats, like, I got the heartbeats down. Like, I was so on those heartbeats. Like, and they weren't easy, but like, I got through every single one, and I was like, boom, like, I did my job. So I don't know about Shay, but it's sort of like one of those things where, you know, you've got a team project, and I'm like, I did my part of the team project. I don't know about
carrying this team. Jesus. I thought my video was glitching because it kept showing Nick doing something, and I was like, why is he still setting charges? I've seen this thing 3 times already.
Yeah.
And it was like the same scene. I was like, what's going on right now? Is Hark making a decision? Or so
Hark's working his magic. I was very ninja, but
interesting.
It wasn't enough.
Man.
But I think it ended up, again, his death was a very heroic death, because
I enjoyed it.
I made the decision to go in knowing that it was risky and knowing that, but he wanted to blow these guys up. That was his goal, and I think he knew that he might not survive it, but he was going to do it anyway. And I was very proud. I mean, honestly, with both Eric and Nick, I was proud about how they went. I thought they went heroically. So
I think Nick had the angle to him where he felt like he regrets having killed that innocent woman, you know. And so and he says earlier on that, you know, maybe I forget how he put it, but it was under the impression that, like, he's here, but now it's like he's got to give something back. Like, it was that maybe, and that's where like I controlled him and I had some context that then it flipped to you, but you rolled with it, and I think that would have been the sacrifice was reasonable. Like, when it went to Salim, so Jason asked, like, I could have lied to you, or I could have said everything is fine, or I could have been honest with you and said you're gonna get screwed. And I went, no, just let him go, you know, like like let him go, as like, because you know, it's just like as a heroic death, you know. I kind of saw it as, no, he knows what he signed up for, and this is the best outcome here, is that we protect the upper world, the surface world, because all of the last 3 characters really felt like they wanted to give something back. Like, they were there to sacrifice themselves or to do something, maybe except Salim, like, he wanted to get back to his son, but at the same time, you know, I really felt like they all sort of were going to take the hit for the civilization, you know. And I felt like that's where I wanted the story to go in that direction. So I wasn't disappointed. I would have liked to have seen for sure what the other characters would have added to these scenes, you know. That's crazy that, you know, the game's just sort of clipping us. It started clipping us along near the end there. Like, did you feel like, man, they could have put some, as much as I hate the quick time events, there were points where I was like, you're just running us through this now, though. Like, I don't even, like, we're not even making decisions. You just, I felt like we got really thrown into the end there really fast. So I don't know.
Yeah, the end part was intense. And again, I was like, yeah, like Shay's making all these moves. I was worried about Salim, and Jason because I was like, where's that sun? It's not there. Oh, there's more quick times. Okay. And it seemed like we were hitting them, so I was really
I thought
happy
that would have
about
been
that.
the end for both. I was like, we're
Yeah.
done. We're done right here.
Well,
Yeah.
one thing I will say about the creatures, though, even as early as I think the earliest we get a good look at the creatures was in the beginning of Act 2, I think. And they reminded, I said this out loud in my playthrough. I said they look like part bat, part Asari, or Prothean. In their heads, because their heads have that.
Yeah.
The heads have like the tentacle-looking things. Their heads are shaped like a Prothean, but they've got like the Asari tentacle-looking things on the tops of their heads. So I kept saying, I was like, are these like Batsari? Asari, like Batsari. I kept calling them Batsari, and I was jokingly saying these must be like aliens or something.
Yeah.
And so when we got to Act 3, and they were like, yeah, I think these things came from space. I'm like, no way. These are totally like Asari, Prothean, Bat. Or I actually was going to be like, these are actually this universe's version of Reaperized Asari Protheans.
Oh, cool. I went down the Ragni path. I made a Ragni comment when they started.
The songs.
They made something about the song and like communicating in color. I was like, Ragni. It's Green Lyrium and Ragni.
No, you're right. You're right. You're absolutely right. So the space origin was a cool twist, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like and that's what these games do. They'll get you to Act 3, and there's always something that spins you. And I really like the spin on this one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great.
Cool. Do you want to continue and see what the curator has to say?
See what the curator has to burn us with? I want to see how many candles actually stay up to see what happens with Rachel in the credits. Yeah. So we can. You want to leave the mics on while we just unpause and go for it? Sure.
Yeah. We'll just continue on, and we'll just comment what we comment on. So.
Okay.
Let's go ahead.
See that?
5 candles.
So
what?
Oh, I'm sorry. There we go. Is it gonna snuff out? No. Okay.
No, I think we managed to get 3 of them.
Okay.
3 of them out. Rachel's okay, I think.
Who stood and fell who fell. Not bad.
Thank you.
Guided some of your charges to the light, while others
majority
have fallen.
Could have been worse. Come on.
Could have been worse. Yes.
Survival often comes at a great cost, a cost that others sometimes must pay.
I think that was a roast on me.
I look forward to our next encounter. Perhaps I'll choose a story.
We get to see that next trailer.
Homely.
That's true.
Next time, somewhere you'll be guaranteed of a decent night's sleep.
That 4th book is like another golden icon book in there.
Assured.
That's 4.
Wherever it is, you'll find it extremely hard to leave.
Oh, interesting.
Until the next time.
Yeah.
Until the next time, curator.
You know the way out.
Thank you for the adventure, Mr. Curator. Nice.
Oh man.
So is there a scene? I'm wondering.
There wasn't the last ones. They do a wrap up of what happens to the surviving characters.
Hopefully.
There's usually a thing. Thank goodness.
Okay, wait. Yeah, this might be it then. Maybe.
Oh,
I guess not.
Or.
Well, maybe it'll happen after the credits. I don't know. We'll see.
Oh no, this is it.
Or maybe it's happening now.
And you look like
so
shit.
cover up.
Brooks.
I just got off the red eye. What's your excuse?
I was talking about like potential cover up.
Oh, shit movie, shit meal, no leg room.
They cram me in the back?
By the toilets.
Nice.
Coffee wasn't so bad though. Good fucking muffins.
Did you read the brief?
On the flight. How's it going with the analysis team?
The ISG team took heavy losses, but it wasn't a complete disaster. We just had to scrape some of them off the floor.
Oh.
Poor bastards.
Wow.
In the end.
Really?
Like nothing we've seen before.
So they did get the bodies. I was wondering if they would crumble to ash. So they would. Oh no.
Project Jason, First Lieutenant, Marine Force Recon.
Oh.
The best of the best, huh?
Or so they advertise.
Darn it.
Fuck! Now how many times do I have to keep telling you the same damn story?
I understand. However, CENTCOM needs to iron out any irregularities.
Such as? The whole fucking thing was irregular.
Such as why you allied with an enemy combatant.
You weren't fucking there! Those things were ripping us to shreds. I don't give a damn who it was. We needed all the help we could get.
I like how he turned around.
Nikki didn't make it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm having connection problems. I might crash here.
Me too. We'll see.
Hopefully we'll survive this. Oh, he's still got the vampire dust.
Oh,
Lieutenant
Nick.
Wolchek?
Or Jason. That might have been me, actually. I think I might have done that because I stepped on the
Well,
glowy things.
you touched the thing, and I
Yourself
failed.
came back in.
Like I
You're
might
not
have
looking
pulled
for
you
a
away or
wizard for a
something.
war hero.
How long
Failed.
has he got?
How long has he got?
Time for the experiment.
Oh my gosh, really?
Wow.
With an Iraqi soldier down there?
Republican Guard, if you can believe it.
I'm dying to meet this guy.
What? Oh, there's
I'm not
Celine.
answering any more questions until I see my son.
That's not how we do things around here.
Oh, jeez.
I'd like to talk more about the entities.
The vampires.
Wow.
I'm finding it very hard to believe that you killed those things with that.
Untie me, and I'll show you how I did it.
Jesus.
Nice.
Dial it back.
The analysis team are still pulling specimens from the site.
Yeah, I know, dial it
It's down
back.
there.
They used dynamite?
We don't know how they got their hands on it.
What? Oh boy.
Oh, is that Nick?
No, that's
I
Rachel.
think so.
Right? No. Oh.
Oh, it's Rachel. Really?
No. Who is this?
Shame.
No, it's Nick.
Testimony could have been valuable.
I think it's Nick.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
Because otherwise they would have had Nick at a table talking to
This is
him.
like winter fall all
Yeah, he
over
was in a
again.
body bag.
Uh-huh.
We need
Ah,
a.
and here we have Colonel Eric King.
Yeah, here's
Okay.
Eric.
How
Otherwise he
can
would
we?
be talking to
He
them.
definitely got more than he bargained for.
Poor Eric. Oh,
Little
Eric.
Eric, right?
His beautiful, beautiful
In
face.
the literal sense of the word.
So
He
soon.
felt his death.
Yeah, I've read the report. Wonder if there's more to it than that.
The answer to that died with him.
Hmm.
This comes down to Kalis. It mistook the temple for Saddam's weapon depot.
Piece of shit system.
I wouldn't say that. It's been a big find for us. We've been lucky.
This is your definition of lucky?
Jesus. And Rachel.
Rachel. No?
Is that all that's left of her? I don't understand.
They left Rachel King at the site.
Oh,
She's
Rachel's
been
at the
recovered.
site. She's been recovered. Whoa. Oh, there she is.
Oh my goodness.
Then the parasite?
Extracted.
Oh, okay.
Lucky girl.
Oh, good. Well, good.
We still on for next Sunday?
Janet's making hot pot. You bet your ass we're on.
I do
Wow.
like hot pot. I mean, I'm gonna lie, hot pot is good.
Why
I
would
don't-
you want to?
I don't blame them.
At least this one was localized.
Small blessings.
So, what do you make of it all?
Doesn't matter what I think. Only thing that matters is controlling the flow of information. As far as the world knows, not a damn thing happened here.
Yeah,
Of
there it
course.
is.
Typical. Very
Remember
typical.
the first game? Like we the survivors, they got grilled like hell, and they weren't believed
Yeah.
either. In Man of
Yeah.
Medan.
Yeah. Do you want to share your thoughts first, Shay?
Yeah, I think overall, I think I touched on, like, I feel like this is my favorite one of them, despite it probably causing me the most tension, the most mistakes. I did the most mistakes in this game of the three. There was something about it that just really unnerved me. I think it was the high action with the darkness, with the the quick times where I don't know what was going on, but that all being said, I felt like this one strung together the best with the way the characters, with the way the arcs worked. Even when they split things up, I felt like it flowed, except for that one Nick moment where I feel like there might have been something screwy there, and I'd have to look at your side to see if that panned out the same way on your side, you know. And I think, and I love the idea the most. It was the most linear idea. Like, it wasn't very. They didn't, you know, because the first two games you're second guessing yourself all the time as to what you're experiencing. Whereas this one is like, no, it's a monster run. It's a monster movie. Like, you're going to be running from monsters and surviving the monsters, you know. And I felt like it was the simplest of all of them, for sure.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's my high level view of it. Yours?
What I liked about this one is that they did finally make it so that the supernatural element was actually real and not in your head. Because, you know, the first one was about hallucinogenic gas, and then the second was, it was all in the person's head. And I think that was a very common complaint from many of the players of the previous two games. And I personally had no problem with it. I still enjoyed the games
wanna know
thoroughly.
what it means
here we
to
go.
be a killer? Think of the most profound thing you've ever done.
Oh, wow.
And
The most beautiful thing you've ever created.
Oh my gosh. Wow, that image.
And I promise you, It's nothing compared to watching the life bleed out of someone.
Oh man,
To see
this
the
is dark.
fear in their eyes. To feel them pawing at you for release. To hear them pleading, begging.
Serial killer?
That's true art.
Oh my gosh.
That's
Oh,
what
wow.
you have to be. An artist.
Oh my
I've
god.
left my mark on the world.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Have you?
Oh, interesting. What's this one called? Season 1 finale. Oh.
Oh my gosh.
The devil in me. Interesting.
Wow.
Oh.
Play
Okay.
serial killer.
So we're going to talk about that in a moment.
Yep. Yep.
But again, just to wrap up my thoughts. I said a lot of people did complain from the first two games that the supernatural stuff wasn't actually real. And I had no problem with that. I still thoroughly enjoyed the stories, even though that was the case. But for the people who was a problem, who did have a problem with it, I am glad that they finally did get a legit, these monsters actually are real and they actually are out to get you. And in a way, I don't know if that necessarily had anything to do with it, but I did find, I said this earlier, but I did find this one very much not as scary as the other two. I don't know, I think the idea that a lot of the scariness was just the threat of being killed by these monsters.
Mm-hmm.
Because the monsters themselves, sure, they looked fierce, but I wouldn't say that they looked like they were menacing, but they weren't as disturbingly horrific as some of the imagery that you got in the other two games. And looking at the preview for the next game, like the imagery of that, like that looks like something that would give me nightmares and would make my skin crawl. Seeing the bats, sure, they're scary, but I wouldn't say that the mere sight of them was nearly as effective as some of the images that we were seeing
that's for sure.
in that trailer. So yeah, I think that's the only reason why I don't know if I necessarily... That would be the only reason why I would feel like this was my least favorite of the three.
Wow. Yeah.
Is because I didn't feel the horror part of this, which is strange coming from someone who doesn't like horror. From someone who doesn't like horror, but I kind of wanted to feel the adrenaline a little bit, which is again ironic since they said the whole reason why these creatures want to eat you is because they want to not your blood necessarily, but the adrenaline. It was working with me,
Hark. It was working with me.
Oh, it was working for you.
Yeah.
But at least for me by comparison. So
yeah, no, that's why it's funny. It's that yeah.
Yeah, but that being said, I did enjoy the characters a lot. I felt that again, I mean, it's probably because of the way that I was responding with my dialogue choices, but I did find the characters in this one more likable with the way that we played through it.
Yeah.
I was very sympathetic with Salim. I was very sympathetic, obviously, with Eric and Nick's situation. I think Rachel was the one that I was the most distant from, and I think a lot of that is because you were the one who played all of the Rachel scenes. I never once played Rachel or Salim. But even though I didn't play Rachel or Salim once, I still liked Salim a lot. So but yeah, it was still fun, just not as scary. So yeah, I feel like overall I still enjoyed the overall story of the first two more, because I think I enjoyed the lore of the first two more than this one. Because by the time you found out the origin of the creatures, you're like, okay, well that's interesting.
That's it, and that's it.
But
there's nothing else to it. Yeah.
There's nothing else now. We just have to kill them or survive before the sun comes up, and you know, blah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so that's my overall take, and I didn't know if you wanted to say anything else about House of Ashes before we talk about.
Yeah, I was just gonna say the piece with the fear angle of this. It wasn't that this game scared me the most. The other games definitely unnerved me the most in terms of just the reaction to and not knowing and always being like really not trusting anything. The other games nailed that stuff. This one got me. It was more from it was the action tension piece of it. That combination with it's strange to say, but it's the quick time events. With that, for me, made for a more unnerving game, whereas the other ones, I don't know what it was, but I was already unnerved maybe, and so I wasn't jolted all the time, whereas I felt this game was like, it'd be smooth, you're having this like pretty I don't know, grounded conversation with the characters, and then it would just be high action, high action. Not that the other games didn't have that, you know. And so I don't know exactly what the difference is. I'd have to analyze the difference between, like, I'd have to see how I played the other two games, but I don't remember feeling that the way I did with this game, with those two games. So I don't know the difference, but it's something I'm willing to kind of dig into to find out. But yeah, it's just funny that it's like we have such polarizing reasons why games will unnerve us while we're playing. It's a bit of that immersive experience, and how someone gets into that experience. It's almost the gameplay itself has a component in all of that, you know.
I think part of it might have also been because I was using a controller, because I did find the controller way easier to do the quick times than the keyboard by comparison. So that might also be why I was less nervous about going through the game, because it ended up just being easier for me. So yeah, that probably played a big factor. And I guess the last thing I will say is I did also really appreciate the quiet moments in the story when the characters were actually bonding or doing that character development, which again, you know, is supposed to set you up for the next scene where they could get killed.
That's right.
Now that you've established this character development. But I still enjoyed it just the same. I'm curious to see if there is a way to make it so Rachel does stay with Eric and doesn't continue with Nick. I'm assuming there's a way to do that, but we'll see.
Yeah.
And if not, I mean, it's okay. That's fine.
I'm sure there is. I'm sure that angle is there. It's going to be in that end of Act 2. It's going to be the dynamic. Is going to be, that's probably part of the tension, is going to be, maybe you have to pick one at some point, right? Like there's another part of the game that could really mess up Rachel's choices at one point of the game, you know? Walking Dead style, who do you save, you know? It's like,
exactly. Yeah. So that'll be really interesting. And again, it'll also be interesting if there's a way, I'm assuming it sounds like from what you said, to make it so Rachel doesn't have to go into the cocoon in order to survive.
Yeah, I do feel like if she's healthy or something's, I don't know, I feel like there's a way to get her to that end scene where she's possibly not compromised to the point that she was. I'm fairly certain of it. I will say that back to the character piece, though, is that they weren't as tropey, and you sort of touched like the other two games, you had your tropes, you know, the 5 were characters that fit the model, the archetype models, whereas this one, not really. And that threw me off, because I thought the glasses guy was going to be the nerd guy, right? And it was going to be like, but they sort of handed you that, but then they took him out of the game right away, and I was like, oh damn. The two characters I thought would have been the Jokers, one of them should have, like, in my head, would have been one of the characters, you know. So I did like that. They were all more, I don't know, they kind of just broke that model a little bit on the third game. So there's that one too.
So I think for me, my favorite is probably Still Little Hope. And I think part of it is because I do like the twist a lot in that one. Many people, I think, felt the twist was a little cheap, but I don't know. I liked it. I thought it was
So that's creative. The other strange thing. It's probably on the bottom of my list.
Okay.
It's and I don't, I felt like going through it, I felt like I didn't feel as connected to any of it while playing it.
I can see that.
It might be like when you played it again, maybe you bonded more with some of the characters, but you know, the co-op experience for me left Little Hope missing a little bit of that connection point.
Got it.
Yeah.
So you said this. Go ahead.
Yeah, and so when I got to the end of Little Hope, when everything started going wrong on us, I was like, I don't even know. I don't even understand. Like, I don't even understand why these decisions are happening, because it was, I you know what I mean? I don't know if it was part of the personality piece playing into it. So I feel like that didn't work really well with the co-op piece for me. So yeah, I would put this one first, House of Medan second, and then Little Hope third. Yeah. If you were to mix all the points of, like, all the different ways of evaluating this, right?
Exactly. And I think I'm reversed. Little Hope first, Man of Medan second, and the House of Ashes third. But I still enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Cool. Let's talk really briefly about the next the trailer.
Speculations.
Yeah, go for it.
So I think the comment the curator made at the shelf was something about you'll find that you can get, what did he say? You can something about your nightmares, but it's not going to be easy to get out. And I was like, okay, so possibly something like with cells, or like an entrapment thing, or a prison, or I was thinking asylum, like maybe it's like an angle where it's like you're maybe playing people with like mental disorders, and like seeing things in it. I don't know, I was going all over the place. But then we saw the way that played out. It was like, is it like a surgeon that messes with people? And
or corpses.
You know, like a bit of that Saw feeling to it, like you know, you're people that get entrapped by this guy, and then he messes with you to screw with the other people. Like, I feel like they might. I've never watched any of the Saw films, and I wouldn't. Though that's the kind of, that's my line. That's not for me. And and I feel like this might be going in that direction. That was I'm a little nervous about that one. Yeah, if that's the direction it goes in, I'm a little nervous about it. Yeah.
It definitely drew me in very quickly. When the curator was talking about it, he mentioned, like you said, the nightmare. So I almost was going for a Freddy Krueger Nightmare on Elm Street kind of thing, where you're like trapped in your nightmares. But it could be too much like Freddy Krueger that they didn't go that route. Because I didn't really get that from the trailer when I saw it. But in the trailer, the person that was speaking was saying how, you know, he was using death as art. And you could see that because they basically took a corpse and animatronics
in it, right? Animatronics,
right?
Yeah.
And hydraulics and animatronics to make this, which of course for me is crazy creepy and like kind of sick in my like. I guess art is art and can be anything, but I don't know. That's not art for me. So
it was the smirk he had when he was backing up, and you see the guy who did it, and he had that smirk on. It's like, oh, this is dark. This is gonna be dark.
This is gonna be dark. If it is like an asylum or a prison, like that to me is gonna be way scarier than the tomb, like the underground tomb. That's way scarier context. And you know, with the pig, I think there was like the pig and it definitely seems like it's gonna be a lot gorier, and a lot of body horror, which is something that affects me.
Oh yeah,
it's
that's
very,
a line.
Very effective. Super effective.
That's a line for me. I have such trouble seeing that kind of stuff. I don't know why, but yeah. So we'll see. We'll see how far they push it.
Yeah, we'll see how far we push it. We'll see what the cast is, because I know that normally with every one of these, there's at least one cast member that I'm familiar with.
Okay.
Ashley Tisdale was the one for this one, so I'm curious about if there's anyone that I would know in the next cast, because I thought the acting and voice acting of House of Ashes was also good. I thought it was fine compared to the other two. I don't think it was stellar, but I think it was, you know, it held its own.
Yeah, I think if anything, the models seemed to glitch out way too often. Like they felt like they were walking stiff, or they didn't move right. So when they were talking, like some of the scenes, the models worked really nice. Like they did a really good job with the way the gestures were working with the dialogue, you know. But then sometimes I'm just like, oh man, that is really stiff. Like that is really breaking the scene, because it feels like bad. The wiring was a little bit off. Unnatural.
Yeah. So. Totally. Yeah, I agree with that.
And more so than the other games, because I just don't remember that happening in the other games. Like sometimes when I would go to pick up an object to read them, for example, I was even counting out loud at one point, because I'm like, I'm waiting 3 or 4 seconds for these things to actually engage. And so I'm like, did I click the button? I don't know if this thing is actually doing anything. And then, oh, he's picking up something, you know? And it just, at one point I was like, is Hark interrupting me? Am I not, you know, like something was going on with those inputs to the point where I started counting it out, so that it didn't sound like I was crazy, because I wanted the audience to know, like, this is when I click the button to pick this thing up, you know? So the little things like that started making me feel nervous about just the controller not registering or something. I don't know if that was happening to your side, like where there was just an unnatural delay when you engage with an object specifically or a scene. It just took a little longer than it should have to make it feel like it was engaging.
Yeah, now that you mention it, I can see that. I think during the time it wasn't long enough that it bothered me.
Okay.
But yeah, now that it's been mentioned, I think I can notice that.
I can't wait to see your side then. Even some of the quick times, like, you know, they were coming, but my screen would just freeze for like a second, 2 seconds, and like nothing would be on my screen. I was like, I know it's either me or Hark is doing something, and then the quick time would pop up on my screen. I'm like, oh, it's me. But it's like at that point I was like, my brain has already disengaged to, like, it's not me, it's going to be something else, you know. So I don't know, I might be thinking of excuses here just to make sure I'm not the one to blame for all the deaths, which I am. I'm certain of it. I
it's all good.
I allowed for all of this to happen, but I'm just giving some context.
It makes for good drama.
Yes.
We had a very good, solid story, Shay. Yeah, we made a very solid story.
I enjoyed it.
I did. I enjoyed it too. But yeah, so whose ever channel you were watching this playthrough of, we are posting our points of view on our channels. So if you watch it on Shay's, you are more than welcome to watch my side of things on my channel, and vice versa. And that'll help possibly fill in the gaps and give you the full story. Speaking of the full story, I am personally going to be replaying this game again probably with the I think they call it the curator's cut. I think is the playthrough, which is the single player playthrough that the game does not begin with. So I think that means I'll see most of what Shay experienced. I think, because that's typically how it has worked in the past for most of the scenes. So check that out. And my goal for that one is to, at minimum, keep Eric and Nick alive. And if I can keep everybody else alive and maybe even prevent Rachel from having to go into cocoon, that'll be my goal. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes through. If you want to catch the replay of that and see some stuff that you didn't see with our playthrough.
Yeah. Works for me. Yeah, I'm. If I ever do these, it might be I might do a run of them solo as a trilogy, just to see if I can, like, really just keep trying the things. Maybe even honestly to practice the QTE for the fourth one next year. And I really want to, like, maybe I might reinvest the time to go back to these games and just give it another go. You know, just to assimilate. You know, before we get started as a practice round. But yeah, I mean, I watch Hark's side, to be honest, so I encourage everyone to do that as well. That if you want to see the fuller game, I mean, I just take that shortcut and I watch your side. But yeah, that's I will link to it, of course, as we go, so that people have access to all these other perspectives and Let's Plays, and that's it on my side.
Yeah, thank you, and I will also link to Shay's stuff.
Cool. Thank you, Hark, once again for this fun time during the Halloween week before before the scary moments come. We try to provide some entertainment along the way for people who want to be scared with us. But yeah, thank you very much for inviting, and hopefully we'll keep this going in the future.
It's always a pleasure, Shay. I look forward to this every year. So thank you, of course, for joining me and suffering through these quick times and horrific.
My teeth are vibrating hard.
I know. Chest heart attack thumping out of your heart thumping. And hopefully we will see most of you in the next installment of Dark Pictures Anthology. The Devil Within Me, I think, is the name.
Yeah, that's it.
So until next time, everybody, love yourselves and love each other. And Shay?
Don't forget to explore, engage, and inspire, buddy. Peace.
Bye.
Bye-bye.